If you've been holding XRP for a while, you're probably wondering what exactly is going on right now as we speak. I mean, you just got word that the SEC appealed the lawsuit and that it's not going to be over. But even putting that aside, I want to quickly update you guys on what exactly has been going on for Ripple/XRP besides the lawsuit. We'll cover a bit of both though, so make sure you press that like button. And the reason I'm doing so is because I notice a lot of people get caught up in the smaller things. They just get a little bit of negative news and decide to stick their head in the freaking sand. Whereas I think if you invested in a crypto for any reason really, you most likely are in a position where your best options are either to sell it and never look again, or keep yourself informed with everything that's going on to see if your initial thesis as to why you put money in still stands, still works, and the best way to achieve that information or decision-making power is by keeping yourself, I should say, well informed. Now, one of the most recent things that happened, and by the way, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video, if you're enjoying these updates. But one of the most recent things that happened, we can see right here. It's happening again is what the CEO of Ripple just said. Why? Well, because 12 hours ago, there was a new filing that just dropped for the Canary XRP ETF. Now, this on its own, I don't think is the biggest of deals. It's not like it's gonna attain billions or tens of billions of dollars worth of value over the first couple of months, like BlackRock's ETF has. Matter of fact, it's actually a first-time issuer, as Eric, the senior ETF analyst, is not acquainted with the name. He said, not familiar with the issuer, looks like a first-timer based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Only crypto-related ETF person I know there is Stephen McClurg. Let's quickly see if he said something about it. He has not said anything about it just quite yet. Oh, well, I mean, he just said the only crypto-related ETF person I know there is this guy, and he's the CEO of Canary Funds, Canary Capital, and the one that fought the ETF is Canary. Little jokester, huh? Okay. But to be serious about it, these ETFs have been a great success. And the most recent one was obviously Bitwise filing for an XRP ETF. Matter of fact, they just also filed for quote-unquote another Bitcoin ETF they thought, but actually is just for another trust to be included in the Bitwise's Bitcoin ETF. But if we're seriously looking at these ETFs, I made a post about it somewhere yesterday. If you consider that the ETFs have already slogged up such a huge percentage of the total supply of Bitcoin, Ethereum is kind of going slowly, but surely it's coming along, and perhaps very soon also for XRP. Think about it not from a monthly perspective, not from how will that be next year. Think about it from 10 years into the future. Most of these issuers, once they grab it all, they will probably not let it go out of their system. That does not mean it won't exchange hands. I mean, generally speaking, most of these people are buying for multiple cycles. Most of these people are buying for hedging purposes. And so if you think about it, if many of these will never sell their stocks because it's their investments that they don't really need, it's just to keep their money growing, and to hedge that all, they want to keep this other assets or these other risk assets. Risk asset might not be the correct term in the end, but let's just call it that for now. And it kind of does make sense for them to just hold on and keep it growing, just like how people are not really selling gold too much once they've acquired it. And in the context of these ETFs, what I just think then is really that BlackRock and all these other issuers will just keep grabbing more and more and more, have it under their control, have it within their ecosystem. Yes, there are going to be some transactions within, but generally speaking, I think the inflows will be more than the outflows over prolonged periods of time, where these ETFs will mostly just keep schlocking up more and more and more, where eventually they'll have such a high percentage internally that the amount of transactions actually done with these currencies, well, is going to be a lot less per one unit, meaning per one Bitcoin, per one XRP. There might be way more transactions 10 years into the future, where let's say right now there are, as an example, 100,000 transactions. At that point, there might be 10 million, but the relative size of coins might be significantly less, hopefully because the value of each will be up significantly more at that time. And also because if all these guys keep stacking them up, and now let's say 10 years into the future, 75% is locked in ETFs, and they're not really letting go, those are not really transaction coins anymore. They're storage or hold coins. And so theoretically speaking, they're removed from the circulating supply, which is pretty bullish. And then if we're getting back to XRP talk, over the last few days, a lot of people have been pinging this. So David Schwartz made a little bit of a joke. Somebody came in and said, hey, no more games, Schwartz, tell me, will the RLUSD be a net positive to XRP? even though it can do 70% or more of what XRP was made to do. You know, cross-border payments. I hear what you and Brad are saying, but truthfully, I feel forked. Afterthoughts, not always a great thing in programming. David says, well, only XRP can be used to pay transaction fees on the XRP ledger. And so everyone who transacts must have XRP to pay those fees. XRP is the only asset that every account can hold and that has no counterparty or jurisdiction and cannot be frozen or clawed back. XRP has structural advantages on XRPL due to features like auto bridging, but if a stablecoin can do most of what XRP does better than XRP can, then XRP will lose to one or more stablecoins no matter what happens with RLUSD. So the point there being that RLUSD, right, if a stablecoin like RLUSD would be better than XRP for the purpose, then it would win. And the point here being that you can talk about afterthoughts, but that would basically mean that a tether, you know, USDT or USDC or whatever, would also win over XRP, making an RLUSD just mostly a competitor with USDT, USDC, whatever, not necessarily with XRP. Or you might say just yet another one to the list. But his answer is quite, I think, reassuring to some people because it just means that they're theoretically speaking trying to, in my opinion, trying to make a ton of money on stablecoins because they know how profitable the business is, but more importantly, also creating a new entryway for an actual ecosystem on the XRP ledger instead of just XRP being XRP. Now they're actually going to start minting things on there, and I guess it's also one of the main things that grew Tron significantly over the past cycle, and that did really, really well for Ethereum. Having stablecoins on there, I think, is just critical. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the way I see these cryptocurrencies is not from a perspective of I need them to win. I always see it from a matter of do they still look logically sane to go on a massive run? And I must admit, the whole lawsuit debacle was a letdown to a lot of people. Sure. But to be contrarian here, if we're talking about this stablecoin, I can actually say it's quite nice for XRP rather than bad. Again, still theoretically speaking, they serve a different purpose, and since it's mostly going to be built on Ethereum and the XP ledger, I think it's like a quite net positive. And anyway, if you're wondering about the lawsuit itself, the last piece of info that came out was after the official appeal came in, which was basically a few days after saying the appeal has been docketed on the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, PACER docketing system. The case title is SEC versus Ripple Labs. Docket number is this one right there. And just slightly before that, Eleanor Tret said the SEC had not yet filed its Form C with the Second Circuit yet, which detailed what exactly they are appealing. They need to do that pronto so that Ripple knows how to proceed. Ripple also has 14 days from today to file a cross appeal if they choose to. And a Form C is what looks like this, as you can see right here. And again, from previous lawyers' opinions, I thought they had 90 days. Like here, or 70 days. Here we go. Jeremy Hogan said, well, you actually just quickly file a brief, you know, that you're wanting to appeal. It takes about 15 minutes. And then you have about 70 days to file the actual brief. I'm not so sure exactly what the differences are between a Form C and 𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗔 but anyway, that's exactly what's going on with XRP right now, if you were wondering. And like I said before, it's always interesting, though, when it comes to these cryptocurrencies, just how quickly the entire landscape changes. I do understand some people's worries when it comes to XRP skipping yet again another run. If we're talking about sentiment, though, and we're talking about Twitter, I expected people to be even more negative than they are right now. I expected people to really take this news as the biggest slam and the price to do a little bit worse than it actually did. The fact that it's holding up so well, didn't even go down 10% or so, and is almost right back to where we were before the appeal, I think says a lot about people's consistency, but most importantly, the general holder, how can you say it, confidence that has been quite unchanged. I think people mostly have bought in and are holding for these longer periods of time. They don't really mind all the itty-bitty bits. They're just holding on because they know where it will end up eventually. And I guess right now, if we're talking about cryptocurrencies, it's the worst time to get out anyway. The only thing I can say is that perhaps it is wise to go more on the meme coin side a bit because it's just the trend right now, being honest with you. But I'll cover that in different videos on the channel. I probably already made one today because I recorded one yesterday. I didn't post it yet, but meme coins are really so hot right now. It's definitely worth looking into at least. It's risky, sure. I'm not trying to tell you it's no risk. I'm just saying if we're talking purely about what the trend is currently, then it's not really with some of these major cryptos. Solana, Ethereum, XRP have all been doing kind of whack, whereas a lot of these memes and these bigger memes as well have been doing really well. So I'm going to try to keep you guys more up to date with that too. And yeah, make sure you press the like button, make sure you put the notification bell on for further updates, and that's about it.